My name is Addison Gardner,
My name is William Stewart.
and today we're with the Brook and Breck discussing JCPS's decision to eliminate busing to magnet schools and traditional schools.
We've interviewed parents, counselors, and administration to collect a wide range of perspectives relating to this event.
This decision will impact Mail a lot, so that's what we'll be going over in this video.
Hi, my name is Marty Johnston, and I'm a counselor here at Mill High School.
So, how will the busing cuts impact Mill High School's numbers?
Right now, our enrollment is 1,900, but again, we have lots of buses, so I think it'll definitely affect our numbers at probably at least 200 to maybe 400 students.
But parents have been talking on social media about carpooling.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that will help the situation?
I really think that would help if parents could get together with some resources, with maybe meeting at certain locations and just helping students, get to school. And also, since a lot of our juniors and seniors can drive, even if they could maybe pay one of our juniors and seniors to take students, that could be an income.
How will changes in number affect the scheduling and staff?
So right now, that's what we're doing. Right now, we're planning a master schedule for staffing and for up to 1,900 students. But again, if we lose students during the summer due to the transportation, that would cause us to kind of rework the master schedule over the summer, and that could change, what the teachers are teaching. Mm-hmm.
All right, who am I here with today?
Ava Crockett.
Okay, so as we know, next year JCPS is eliminating transportation to traditional schools. And since you're a freshman, how does that impact you? How do you get to school now, and how will that change next year?
Right now, I go to school I'm a carter in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I ride the bus home. So, next year, I can probably still find a ride to school, but it's going to be really hard in the afternoon because I don't have a ride home at the moment.
Right. So don't you ride to school with a senior, right?
Yes.
So when they graduate,
My mom would probably have to take me, but she would have to take me really early in the morning. So I would have to wake up much earlier.
Okay, thank you.
Kevin Badei Salazar, freshman.
How will you get to Mail now that the busing is cut?
You'll probably get a ride from my parents, although that's not all days.
Right. If it's does it depend on the start time whether or not you can get a ride?
Yeah, also my mom's work.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Matt Graham. I'm the safety administrator at Mel High School.
So what challenges or issues will the busing cuts create for security?
I don't think it'll really change much with security. It's really just a matter of keeping the kids who are in the building safe, whether they ride a car or ride a bus. We treat them all the same, so I don't think it's going to change much.
What changes do you expect to make to the carpool lines?
So since we're not going to have the 35 or 40 buses in the parking lot every day, we're probably going to, and none of this is set in stone yet, but we're probably going to have the car rider line just kind of follow the path that the current bus line follows. That way parents will be able to drop their kids off either in front of Gaines or in front of Maine, depending on where their first period class is.
All right, thank you.
Who am I here with?
My name's Audrey Baker, and I'm in 8th grade.
All right. What school do you go to?
JCTMS.
Okay. How do you get to and from school this year?
The bus.
Will you be able to get to and from school next year?
I can get to school, but we don't know how I'm going to get back to home.
All right. What are your overall thoughts and opinions on the bus changes?
It is going to be very difficult to adjust to the new changes. I don't understand why they would do these changes, but I'm going to try my best to adjust and figure out ways to get to and from school.
All right. Thank you.
I'm Mr. Keith Cathy. I'm the principal here at the Louisville Male Traditional High School, the best school in the state of Kentucky.
All right, perfect. So today I'm going to ask you a little bit about the transportation changes within our district.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your initial thoughts or concerns about busing be eliminated to our school?
Yeah, the initial thought is with any time you have that change, like there's always so many questions that come with it. I don't care if it's in your personal life, if it's at work, if it's school, obviously students, when you have change, it brings all those questions. And with questions comes, that hyper, but I think people know how it's best to kind of keep it cool and let's make sure that we're working together to kind of figure out, okay, what are our next steps? I'm also a father of a 7th grader at TMS, so this impacts me as a father as well. What I will say is trying to find solutions and hearing a lot of families, hearing like community activist people, hearing people from like churches, synagogues, and temples and things that have already come up and been like, hey, we want to start carpools. We want to start like, so seeing the community outreach, that's been beautiful.
Right.
But again, just the change, it just kind of creates that tension within you. Male High School has stood since 1856. It'll continue to stand. So I do think we as a community will work together to be able to provide the opportunities that we can as families. If I got to throw people from the Adams Run neighborhood into my car to go to TMS with my daughter, that's what we'll do. So we'll work together to figure it out.
Great. So a lot of my family went to Male. I know that
Mhm.
you went to Male,
Mhm.
and so tradition is very important.
Absolutely.
So I know that us being a traditional school is partially why we aren't able to have busing, but why do you think it's very important that we still stand on tradition and we still hold that like
Yeah,
traditional?
absolutely. I say it all the time. Like you all, we're built on that tradition, but you're going to leave your legacy when you leave,
Right.
and that's kind of a hand in hand thing. We don't like the idea of losing any transportation, of losing any access. But the reality is, if we know that's what's going to happen, it's time for us to rally together and figure out, okay,
Right.
let's go out here and do this. And I guess that's kind of what I'm saying is, if any school can, Male can. Like
Right.
we've always found a way. I don't care what it was. Again, since 1856, we've found a way to persevere. So if you're talking about obviously a few years ago with COVID,
Mhm.
but even all the way back to the great flood that we had here,
Mhm.
desegregation when we integrated schools and all of that, all kinds of things that we've survived and we've fought through, and we've actually been the leaders to make that next step. So again, I feel like if any school, if any community, if any family can actually come together and rally together and make this work and get people to school and to learn, we can do it. We can do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.